So I've got the garden school, and I've got obviously the new identity for Meadow Valley.
Yes.
Okay, that's gonna encompass
Yes, we need
all of
to,
that.
yeah.
I've got some ideas for any type of like promotional items, so we'll lay a few things out for you guys and maybe send something over as far as conceptual, just look and feel type of thing, and you can tell us, we'll give you 2 or 3 options for the logos once we've kind of just developed them a little bit further, and then we'll give you guys some sort of the color palettes and maybe some ideas on how to just kind of interact with your audience a little bit more in a very cost-effective, no money way.
Good.
So we'll definitely develop.
We're a growing farm.
Let me ask, what do you have already in place? What assets do you have? What I mean by an asset: pictures, graphics, wordings. Any boilerplate copy, which we call slogans, paragraph descriptions, any kind of marketing materials.
Just whatever's on the website is. And we have a whole bunch of pictures. I just take them all the time and I don't.
Okay. Yeah, we have. I don't. As far as for our brand, that's what you're asking about?
Well, what I usually ask a client is to be able to explain in a paragraph, what are you about? We call it the elevator.
Like the elevator speech.
Elevator speech, yes.
Yes, that's on our website. And I wish I'd brought it because I can't quote it. Can you quote it?
No. It's those 4 things that I just told you. These 4. We nurture families. We promote vibrant health. We embrace American freedoms, and we create this sustaining balance with nature.
Okay.
Something that's the mission thing, but that's not a paragraph. We have it in sharing the gifts of Providence through those 4 things.
Okay.
So that was, we believe everything we have has been given to us by Providence, so we want to share, not just hold on to it. So we need to get really specific about that paragraph.
Maybe that could be a little bit more highlighted in your website, and just kind of maybe we can probably even just kind of help rearrange and just kind of give you a sort of idea. Do you guys have like a web person or?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Well,
our son. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought you were gonna say it's me.
No,
well, it's kind of.
No, but it's my son.
He kind of does.
He's an IT
we
guy.
can.
Okay. I mean, we can definitely develop things, and if the only marketing materials you guys are gonna have are for websites or web blasts or anything like that, nothing printed, we can definitely,
Can we use any of this on Facebook?
Yeah.
Advertising on Facebook, or I don't know how that works even.
Well, you can upload them as images, and we'll give you probably JPEGs or whatever kind of files, and just kind of upload them into your photo albums.
Okay.
And and I don't want to say that we're not going to have anything printed. I mean.
Right. Well, it'll be developed for that. It'll be able to adapt towards that.
These students are in a class called pre-press, electronic pre-press. They're learning to prepare files that are going to be sent to the printing press. Now, if you get something high enough quality for the printing press, you're going to be able to use it anywhere else. And in fact, you can have e-books or e-brochures or things like that they could download and they could print themselves or read it, or that you could print on your printer and hand out if you ever go to a fair or something like that. Or if you're going to do a bulk, high quality at a printing press, then you have them ready for that as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you're going to get high quality stuff and then repurpose to what you can afford now.
Okay.
Did I put that right?
Yes, and we can even break it down into delivering, high-res things and stuff for the web as well. We can show you, or I can show you how to optimize it to where it's, it's good for the web and it's not going to take too long to download or anything like that. Obviously, at the Mr. Kanawish is saying the online brochure is probably a good one to have, just to click on it, an action link, and just click on it, and then they can download a complete PDF that could be updated every now and then with seasonal things that come along. What's what's available. It can be a 1-pager or a 2-pager. It's something that they can easily download and even print and just say, okay, yeah, they have this going on now or something like that, or share with a friend or whatnot. So
that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Where do you currently promote your business?
Where?
Just mostly on the web and mouth.
And Gmailing.
And, yeah.
Okay, is there any physical place you ever have gone or intend to go to promote?
Yeah, the farmer's market. We've been to the farmer's market.
And do you hand out anything there if somebody wants to know some more
Yeah.
information other than just an email address or a
No.
web
No,
address?
we've had flyers.
Yeah, we had them at the class when we came and
Yeah.
did that presentation. We didn't bring them today, but
So you print them?
yeah, we have.
Well, that's a printed piece.
Yeah, but do we?
I don't have any with me, darn it.
that's okay.
The team will need to get any of those
Mhm.
to them so they see what you already have.
Well, and it was a friend, one of our neighbors, that just put it together for us, and so. But I can't do anything with it. I can just print it. I mean, and it's 2-sided, so I have to. Anyway, I can't use it very well.
Okay.
So,
But if it's a file that you could send to the team,
Oh, yeah, it is.
yeah, just do that.
You can just email that to us.
Okay, email the flyer to
the
us.
flyer. Oh, I'll have to go find it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Now, I had a question. You said you have 4 components to your business, but clearly the garden school is a separate entity.
It is.
It could stand by itself. In other words,
Yeah.
the term we want to use is it should have a separate entity or mark, a logo, something that represents
Yes,
it.
Yeah, she's working. Oh, have you guys called her or talked to her? 'Cause
She
she's been
emailed
working-
me,
Oh, okay.
so I now have some way of getting hold of him.
Okay.
Need to pass on to you, maybe.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but the animal thing, I don't know where it fits in. If it's just part of the farm, or if it's going to be a separate entity
Yeah.
like the garden school.
It's just barely beginning. It's probably
Like if it were a petting zoo, then it would be a separate entity. But
right.
Well, it kind of is going to be,
It's-
but anyway.
Yeah, what
The
what
chickens and the eggs that she's going to raise and the animals that we are all going to raise together are going to be part of what the shareholders get,
Okay.
and the petting zoo, and anyway, there's lots of things.
so it seems to me like the animal portion is part of the vegetable portion for the farm and should be all put together as another component, and that the garden school is a separate entity that's under the umbrella of the farm. Is that?
Does that?
Yeah,
Is that kind of the
Yeah,
idea?
you're
That's
helping us
closer,
define
yeah.
this. Yes,
Okay.
that's good.
closer
Yes.
because
Okay, but
the
she.
animals are a basic part of any farm. A farm really has to consist of animals as well as vegetables
Yeah.
to make a complete cycle that will sustain itself. And so, yeah, the animals, though, are a more complicated matter to to develop into a saleable item. Okay, and so we're still working on. And Misty is an animal person. She's a vet. Used to be a veterinarian, and so she's getting a flock of chickens started for us. She's providing us with eggs and everything, and her part of this is to help promote the humane treatment of animals on a farm, and to teach people. She wants especially to teach women how to treat an animal and how to slaughter it and eat it. Because
And those skills could help her in her marriage too, right?
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh.
Humane treatment of her animal friends.
Well,
Anyway, so, yeah,
okay.
so
Well, you were talking
animals-
about how the garden helps you come to. I was just trying to
Yeah,
tie that in with animals,
right,
but
that's true.
now, so is it going to be associated with the garden school?
Yes.
They learn to take
Yes.
care of animals as well as to grow beets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it's really not going to be a separate entity that you promote.
No,
It's just something that's part of.
She's going to be part of. Yes.
So basically, you have two entities you're promoting: the farm and the school.
Right.
That's correct.
And there's a difference between a garden school and a gardening school. Is that right?
Well, it's kind of going to be in both, isn't it?
It's more than a gardening school. That's why it's called the garden school. Because gardening is a physical skill. The garden school is going to teach the why and wherefore and how, as well as the how.
Those are good questions. Good.
Yeah.
Well, we need good answers, so.
Yeah, we do. And we need good answers too, so we know where we're going to end up.
Can you give some statistics to the team on those who are already involved? We call them demographics, but even psychographics. Demographics is age, income, employment, education. Psychographics is the things they like to do. Are they active in their church? Do they like to participate in volunteer work? Are they family oriented? Do they like sports? In other words, a profile currently of the people that are being attracted to this, because that's going to be the more likened to. Because if you're going by word of mouth, that's the kind you're already reaching. So we can expand from there, but there's three things we need to develop here. One is the message. See, it's very clear, easy to understand.
Right.
Two, the audience. Who's this message going to be geared to? They are looking for certain things that interest them. Graphics and typefaces and colors and wording and all that stuff ties in with what interests that audience. And then thirdly is, what vehicle are you going to develop to package that message to get it to that audience? And we've talked about the vehicle of blasts, email blasts or on the web or something like that, or some brochures. But these are particular design pieces. They'll want to do a brochure for you that you can print and hand out when you go to a fair or a meeting or something, right? Or the farmer's market. Mm-hmm. You might want to have a poster developed that you could hang there at your booth at the farmer's market.
Like a banner. Yeah,
a banner. There's just all these kind of things that... Yeah. And so we'll refer to these as vehicles that carry your message.
Right.
So that's the three things we're going to be working on, and then being that they are students geared to preparing files that will print on any machine, any printing press, you'll get those files prepared. But as I said, they could be repurposed, downgraded in quality and size and all that for uploading or attachments or printing on your local printer, etc.
Okay. Excellent. That's great. So we need a really defined message, but is that what you do, or do we just supply you with our thoughts and then you say this is what you should say to get that message across?
We'll help you focus your message.
Okay.
If you give us a general idea of what you're looking to accomplish, and we kind of just help you focus it even more into the different mediums that we can help you with.
Okay.
So just kind of
So do you want us to send you more?
Yes. Data.
More
just
of our message.
General.
Thoughts.
Think of it this way. You guys are the writers.
Mm-hmm.
They're the editors and designers.
Right.
They may rewrite as they edit. They may just clean it up or add to.
Right.
See, but yeah.
Okay.
They can't make up your message, but what you give them.
Right.
And since you need to understand your own message, it's an exercise they're going to force you to do if you haven't already done that. And so it's a partnership. You're going to work together because they can't do their job if they don't know the message.
Right.
Right?
Of course.
There's 4 things I tell my design students. Before they can even design anything professionally, they have to know 4 things. They have to know the message, they have to know the audience, they have to know the channel they're going to send it to, and they have to know something about design. Well, these are advanced students and they know about design, and this is a chance for them to practice. But the other 3 parts is what they struggle through with the client to come up with. You can do what they're doing. Anybody can design, anybody can use the computer and make a poster, they think they can. But what they can do that you really can't do is to do it professionally.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell me your email address again, please.
It's VE input involved, and hopefully we'll get you something to look at by sometime soon, and we'll coordinate everything via email or anything like that. So just let me know if you guys if you guys have any ideas that just kind of spring out or pop out or anything. Just shoot me an email or a text or whatever. I mean, I'm available, and I want to get your input as soon as they're, I don't want you guys to forget them. Just as soon as they come out, just shoot me a text or an email.
But remember this, that there are 3 other people on the team, and I'm connected too, so make sure that it goes to all 5 of us.
I'll make sure, with my, to recap what we have here in the meeting, I'll also include my teammates' email addresses as soon as I get those, and then Mr. Knett's email address as well. So everything is reply to all.
Okay.